So, I didn't want to break this up into 3 videos, but clearly the world had different plans for me today. And
now, this is what I call a moment
what
of
happened.
solitude.
I'm making sure I get my stream working. Cool, I'm live. I'm getting rid of one of these from earlier, because I effed up. I'm just making modifications to my other stuff I'm doing. Thumbnail. Thumbnail. New stuff comes out tomorrow. Woo!
If my calculations are correct, Wanwan Bookhouse is due to receive a batch of new releases today. Might we add a small detour to our adventure?
Woot woot. I will change what it's called in a moment. Elegy of Dust and Lamplight. We're gonna change it. Eulogy. Eulogy of Dust, Lamp, Light. Part 3. Act 2, Part 3. I'm probably gonna call it that. Act 2. Just don't copy the Part 3 part. Copy. Save. Edit. Too much fun. That's what I'm doing. I gotta look up what the first one was called. I'm calling them acts because that's what they're gonna follow. So it'll be easy to find them later. So Act 1 has 3 parts. Act 2 is gonna have 3 parts. If it works in my favor, Act 3 will be straightforward. Hoping to do 1 live stream this session. But it happens, things change. Cool. Alright, everything's modified. Let's go visit our friends. Alright, go back this way. Gonna go back in the hole real quick. And I'm not gonna die, I promise. But I do need to go back in here for very specific reason. Nothing to do with the damsels. Unless I can't be here right now, that is possible. Nope, I can be here. Okay. I've unlocked them. I'm not doing those. Which is what we're going to next. Almost done. Could have done this earlier, just was pressed for time with something personal.
Fortunately, we were able to minimize the harm. Only a few townspeople were hurt. But the Raehir of Solnari has now gained a complete form, while we still know nothing about his goals.
It seems we have done something akin to releasing a vicious Kukusaur into the wild. I'm sorry. Is no one here familiar with Kukusaurs?
Paimon knows what you mean, but that analogy seems more than slightly understated.
He said that this world means nothing to him, so it is possible that he doesn't have a reason to fight us at the moment. If his objective had been revenge alone, we would likely have no recourse.
Is there, still time for me to tender my resignation? Just kidding, just kidding. Don't worry, boss. I know there's no running now. So my canon, my pride and joy was a hindrance rather than a help. You know what? I'm gonna dismantle it right now. That's right. And it still works on normal Wild Hunt anomalies. Don't let this get you down, I know.
Flint's, we'll need you to attend to the aftermath with the Lightkeepers. Don't worry, I've explained everything to them. You're in the clear.
My thanks. For that and for everything else I hear you did to help us arrive at the truth.
Had you been willing to show yourself in public more often, you would not have been so easy to isolate, you know.
Point taken. I will give that some thought. I suppose that's one way I'd benefit from replacing Sergeant Major Sosi.
You mean you're being promoted? Was Paimon the only one who didn't get that?
Well, if you've got a moment, would you like to come with me? There's a certain gentleman I'd like to send off on his final journey.
It was on a deserted moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair.
This man was like a lighthouse. Here he lived as if it were a mere matter of course, and brought light and grace to those around him. But people, once used to illumination, are apt to ignore the lantern's presence. Slowly, gradually, he came to think as such himself. I have achieved too little. I must do better. There is more work to be done. Perhaps his end was tragic. But I remain proud of the way in which he illuminated the path for others. Every shadow born of the light shall remember it.
Oh, poor guy.
I've heard that one too. Is that so? Well, you're right. It may seem that our efforts were in vain, that Rerir achieved his goals, but we will pursue him to the last, even if the outcome is not what we wish for. It is not dissimilar to the role of a graveyard keeper. We do not seek to bring the dead back to life, only to grant them peace.
Oh, what are you two talking about? Care to explain? Okay.
Either way, the Lantern Fae is not playing the leading role in these final rites. Lightbearer, with your blood you have paved the road to glory and justice. Even as we hurry on, bruised and battered though we may be, stay a while and look back upon the world and all its love and hatred, until it closes its eyes in the depths of night, and a lantern lit for you alone flickers softly into life. Thank you for everything, Sergeant Major Sosi.
Should we go after her? Or do you have someone else you'd like to meet?
Quite a downpour. Nothing will get done until it clears. Let this be a lesson. Yesterday said I'll do it tomorrow.
What were they accepting? Oh, Columbina. Back to Columbina.
What are you doing here?
Was it not you who recommended such walkabouts to me?
Yeah, but aren't you afraid the Fatui will see you?
Zandrone seems uninterested in my capture, and the others are unlikely to risk making contact at all. They have more troublesome affairs to deal with.
Well, it's good to come out for a walk either way. So, how do you feel? Is Nasha Town to your liking?
The flow of Kuvaki is somewhat turbulent, and the people are ill at ease. However... Is this where you purchased the dishes you treated me to?
Are you serious? That's what she's concerned about? Berries and fried meat? Well, we can take you to grab a bite if you'd like to. There's all sorts of delicious stuff out here that you won't get to try at home.
You've been quite subdued. Thorny questions on your mind, perhaps? I could not gain any insight into his schemes, I fear. Now that he has donned a shape and form, selling his power short would prove a fatal error. But that power of his plays host to an obsession that borders on mania. I cannot say if that fixation is directed at the moons, or at something else. Perhaps understanding the subject of his fixation shall prove key to repelling him in the future. Well, Sandrone's daily routine is highly irregular, while the doctor often orders people around. As for Arlecchino... Was that not what you were curious about? Well then, have you been to that experimental design bureau of theirs? That weapon will play a key role in the Tsaritsa's plan. That's what I've heard, anyway. And what plan is that precisely? Well, I cannot say I care. I could not gain any insight into his schemes, I fear. Now that he has donned a shape and form, selling his power short would prove a fatal error. But that power of his plays host to an obsession that borders on mania. I cannot say if that fixation is directed at the moons or at something else. Perhaps understanding the subject of his fixation shall prove key to repelling him in the future. I could look into the Eternal Moon's marrow for you if you wish it so. But after our previous attempt, I suspect your spaceship has been intentionally hidden away. Perhaps someone has certain truths they wish to hide from you, or from others. And I doubt there are many who could accomplish such a feat. I could not gain any insight into his schemes, I fear. Now that he has donned a shape and form. But that power of his plays... I cannot say if that perhaps understanding the subject of his fixation, I still wish to return to the moon that belongs to me. That is where the answers lie buried. That is my true home.
Ooh,
Interesting. You followed me this far. Why not show your face?
Haha! Right, right. Right you are. I forgot to introduce myself. The name's Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
What's Varka want to do with this?
Not bad.
Oh, Varka's
as far
involved.
as treasure is concerned.
Interesting. Not doing it today. Got hers. Got his. Walking Moon Act 1. Act 2. Plenty of time for that. Limited time left on this. This is to the end of the expansion, so it's not too bad. This I gotta do. Still not at level 60 yet. Still working on that part. wish I can add this person. The problem is, they have reached their friend limit. I only have 17 friends in the game. I'd only pull to get those. I have enough for 10. Just slightly under a 10. Guaranteed a person. $55. 55 is where I sit in case anyone wanted to know. More map to build. I have the construct. Wish in the wrong direction, but I'll take it. I'm just checking my different posts. At 30%, I need more sigils. And that completed. Bins can ascend. I need him beyond 60. 9 there too. Enefa! Enefa, you must come home. Only llamas are pests. We all need work. The skirt needs artifacts. Yes, Bruce. And silver hole. Only traveler can be down here, and that's fine. There's a lot going on down here. There's one chick. That's pretty cool then. What would be next? Okay, these are not on. Great. No, because I'm still trying to figure out this puzzle. This thing. I think there's something else. There's so many on this island.
One with the force.
Grow, grow, grow. Make yourselves at home.
Let me weave you a verse.
Don't blink. Hey!
With sword comes shadow. Incoming.
Enshroud. I hear everything. Flowers have bloomed yet.
Red outlines your fate. Witness the power of Gugwa.
Speed of light. Hey! Cut to the chase.
Incoming.
Committed to memory. Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
You give, you receive.
son of a gun. Weird, I found out where I have to go now. I figured it out. Let's solve the puzzle. I started this quest, I ran to a dead end. Glad I found out where I had to go. Right, we've been told. Varka's definitely in the next patch, based off that teaser we saw. And we'll know more tomorrow.
Line's your fate. Know my sword.
The Temple of Wisdom. Grow. Ha.
Let me read you a verse.
Can't see?
Commit it to memory.
Nowhere to hide.
Speed of light.
You give, you receive.
Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna get off now. I will see you all tomorrow, and we'll solve the puzzle tomorrow. After our live stream viewing of all of us having fun. Alright, good night guys. Enjoy your night. Bye.